Right, for my framework for the solar panel, what I was thinking for the base, I'd like to use something like a 18mm or 22mm ply, but I've come up with an idea which is going to be complete, well, it could be sort of utter genius or complete failure, so I'm just going to give it a try. I'm just going to sort of jump in the deep end. So what I've got is I've got these big sheets of plywood here, but they're very thin sheets of plywood. I don't know if you can just see them there. And my plan is to glue them together and to cut them to the right sort of thickness. I don't know if the camera will quite pick that up there, but they're very thin sheets here, and they're surplus to requirement. So I'm going to give that a go, and I'll let you know if I've managed to, you know, come up with a fantastic idea or if it's been a complete failure. Right, I've divided the plyboard into 3 sections, so I'm just going to, I've got 3 pieces on top of each other, so I'm going to cut 3 in one go. So I'm just going to cut along the lines there. Can you see the lines there? So we'll just have a quick bash at that. So I've lined them all up, and it shouldn't take a sec. We've got 3 pieces there, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to join, so we'll put 6 layers all together, so it'll be twice the thickness of that. So I'll show you, next stage I'll show you is me gluing it all together. Right, we've cut up the sheets of ply. I had the 3 sheets of ply together, so when I divided that into 3 we had 9 sheets. I've decided I'm just going to use, out of the 9 sheets, I'm just going to use 6 sheets, and that will give us a thickness of just about 20mm once they're all glued together. And I'm just going to use ordinary PVA, just slap it on, stick them together, and we'll see what happens. So I won't hang about, we'll just get on with it straight away. I'm going to just use these other excess sheets just as a bit of protection, that's all. Like I said, this is completely experimental, so I've got no idea how this is going to work out. So let's just go for it. My plan is, I do have a spreader, oh here it is, and let's pour this on and stick the 2 sheets together and repeat. Something like that.
So the no nonsense kind of book. I just like to get on the print and I think this should work out quite well, I think. I think what I might do, I'm just trying to think that it's probably best if I apply glue to the opposite side as well, just to be on the safe side. There's a tiny bit more. Works up, and we'll find out soon. side and I'll get some on the next sheet as well then. Right, there we go. Yes, really quickly before the surface starts drying up. It's a bit tacky, so that's a good thing. And what I think I'll try is I'll probably get some weights on it as well when it's drying.
Piece and wrap them together. Homemade clay. Oh, that feels good. It feels a nice joint. There we go. I'm putting the two uncut sides together so we know we got one. Right. I'm not worried about them being perfectly together because they're going to be cut to size anyway. So there we go, we've got that one done. And case of repeat. 20 PVA, so I'm not too bothered about running low on that. Okay, best if I show you the finished result. So I've got another 4 sheets to glue together, and I'll show you what that looks like. Right, I finished gluing all the ply boards together, and I'll see if I can zoom in and have a close look. So that's basically it. What I'm going to do now is get some large pieces of timber to put on the top with some breeze blocks and weigh it down, and then we'll wait about till tomorrow and then see how it's gone off then, and hopefully we've got a nice thick bit of ply. And the reason for doing this, it seems like an awful lot of work, but these are just materials that I had kicking about, so I'm just using them up. It would have been much easier just to buy the proper size plyboard, but seeing as I've got these materials, I'm just using them up. So that's the only reason for doing this technique, so just using what I've... Right, just in case you're wondering what you're looking at, I've gone seriously over the top with the plyboard. I've just put loads of weights on there, so I got my toolboxes, all bits and bobs. So a moment of truth, see if it's been a success or a failure. I'll whip all this off. We've had it overnight basically. So right, so let's have a look what we got. There we go. Ooh, it's stuck to the bottom of the sheet. There we go. Feels pretty rigid. I think once I cut it to size will be the true... little bit there hasn't quite stuck right, but I'll probably be able to cut that off actually. It's extremely rigid, I can't bend that at all actually, so I think it's been a success. All our nice layers of ply there. So it's a bit bigger than, obviously I made it a bit bigger than we need to, but I'll cut it to size and we'll have another